What's up everyone, SoulLevel here, and if you watched my last video that I posted, you'll know that I've been wanting to cover the gaming related news that's come out over the course of June. I want to cover the showcases that we've gotten so far and give you my take on the games that were shown off at each one, and what I thought of each showcase overall. Sorry this video didn't come out sooner, I kind of procrastinated it for a couple of weeks, and then ever since June 30th, I have had a new crippling addiction called Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Please send help. Alright, but without further ado, let's get into SoulLevel's Not E3 2022. Up first was the State of Play, and right out the gate, they showed us the release date for the Resident Evil 4 remake, which, guys, Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games of all time, and ever since I heard rumors that they were remaking this game, I wasn't exactly excited for it because it's such a classic, and I feel like it'll be really hard to capture what made the original so special. I will say, however, that those graphics do not lie, and I'm very interested to see what they'll do with this take on RE4. With RE3, that was their one shot to modernize a classic, and they blew it. But with RE4, it's a bit different, because ultimately if they screw up, we'll always have the original game and the HD ports of the original. I mean, seriously guys, you can play RE4 on any console under the sun at this point, and it plays amazingly once you get used to the controls. Honestly though, I have faith that it'll be good, because it's been confirmed that it's the Resident Evil 2 remake team that's doing the Resident Evil 4 remake. Even if it doesn't top the original for me, I'm still here to check out this remake when it releases.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
They also said that PSVR 2 content is in development for Resident Evil 4 Remake, which I'm also totally down for. Speaking of VR, they also announced that Resident Evil 8 is going to be fully playable with PSVR 2 down the line, which is awesome. Spider-Man PS4 is coming to PC, which is great for PC-only players. They showed off that cute-looking game called Stray again, where you play as a cat. The next thing that I personally am really excited for is the Callisto Protocol. Now, if you didn't know, this game is the spiritual successor to Dead Space, made by the same people who made Dead Space. And while I'm currently playing through Dead Space for the first time, I'm super excited for this game. It's nice to see a resurgence in survival horror games as of late. Definitely thanks to Capcom going so hard with Resident Evil over the last 5 years. Street Fighter 6. Oh man, this game looks absolutely amazing. I'll admit, I've never been the biggest Street Fighter guy. Yeah, I've played a few of the games, but not to the extent of some other fighting games that I've played. This might be the one that really gets me into the series, and I'm so down for that. I'll definitely try to play more of the other games until 6 releases in 2023. And then, is that Gus?
Hello, and welcome to the Los Pollos Hermanos family. My name is Gustavo, but you can call me Gus.
Last up for the State of Play was a new trailer for Final Fantasy 16. We haven't seen this game in 2 years, and guys, it looks absolutely amazing. Some people might not be down for the action RPG style that they're going for with this game, but I love action RPGs, so it's a perfect fit for me. Moving on to the next showcase, we have the Summer Games Fest. Now last year at the Summer Games Fest, Jeff Keighley showed us the first trailer for Elden Ring that we'd seen since the E3 2019 reveal trailer. And Elden Ring is like game of the decade material. So what do you got for us this time, Jeff?
Now what I love about this show is that it's a true cross-industry showcase. Whether you play on Xbox, PC, PlayStation, Switch, or mobile, we'll have games for you. It doesn't matter your platform of choice. We're all here to come together as one community that simply loves the art of amazing video games. The biggest franchises in the industry are here, like Call of Duty, Dead Space.
We want it to feel like Dead Space.
Space RPG. Yeah, a lot of space today. Oh my god. That just happened.
I don't know what to say.
I think my biggest takeaway from that entire thing is that Guile now has eyebrows. And that was the first thing that they showed in a 2-hour-long showcase. Moving on, Xbox had their showcase next, and there was a lot of fluff in my opinion, but there were a few things that caught my attention. Diablo 4 is actually looking pretty good, but this is Activision Blizzard we're talking about, so I'm not holding my breath. Persona 3 Portable, 4 Golden, and 5 Royal are all coming to Xbox, which is a huge win for them, especially since they don't have too many JRPGs. Then of course the main talking point of this showcase is Bethesda Game Studios' next game, Starfield. This game is graphically the most impressive game that BGS has made so far, but looks pretty rough around the edges when it comes to the gunplay. I also have concerns about there being 1,000 planets to explore, but there only being a few with major cities. BGS's reputation isn't what it used to be ever since the abomination that was Fallout 76, and it feels like Starfield is their chance to finally redeem themselves after all these years, and prove to everyone that they can still make masterclass RPGs. Really feels like this is a make or break game for BGS, not only because they need to redeem themselves, but also because this game will be setting the groundwork for The Elder Scrolls 6, which is a game that I've been waiting for over half my existence at this point. Please don't mess this up, Bethesda. Next up was the Capcom showcase. Most of it was recapping things that we already saw at the State of Play, but they did talk about the future updates and DLC for Resident Evil 8, and they announced that Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7 are all getting free next-gen version upgrades, all of which came out that day. The biggest thing for me, however, was what they opened up with, which was a new trailer and info for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I won't get into it too much because I plan to make a separate video about Sunbreak, but what I will say is that, oh my gosh, they actually did it. That's right, they brought back Gore Magala, my favorite Monster Hunter monster. When I was watching this live and I saw the black and purple mist rolling in, I wanted to scream. I knew immediately what it was. And then he showed up. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting Gore Magala in Rise since the game was announced, but there was always some doubt in my head that he'd ever come back because of the lore implications. So the fact that he's finally back makes me so damn happy, and I can't wait to give you guys my thoughts on Sunbreak overall. Next up, on June 16th, we had the Dragon's Dogma 10th Anniversary Celebration, which provided a nice retrospective on how the director of the game, Hideaki Itsuno, and his team came up with the idea of Dragon's Dogma. I need to get back to playing Dragon's Dogma, but it definitely feels like a pretty unique game in a few ways. At the very end of the celebration, they announced that they are making Dragon's Dogma 2, which is really exciting. Later that same day, we also had the Final Fantasy VII 25th Anniversary Celebration. They announced that Crisis Core is getting a remake, which I will definitely be picking up when it releases this winter. There were also some other compilation of Final Fantasy VII related things, but the most exciting thing for me was, of course, this.
So focus on the future, not the past.
He wants to finish what he started. He wants to reclaim his birthright and rule over the planet with Genova at his side. I saw you lying there. I figured it was too late.
Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter?
You were here with me 5 years ago. Where are you? What happened to you?
I'm trying so hard to find you.
Sorry. Feel like I failed you.
Rebirth is the second part of the Final Fantasy VII Remake project, and I'm absolutely blown away by the short trailer that we got. It's going to come out winter of 2023, and that time can't come any sooner. They also confirmed that there's only going to be one more part of the remake project after this, so yes, it'll be a trilogy just as I thought. Lastly, on June 28th, we had the Nintendo Direct Mini. There was a final trailer for Sunbreak before it came out, but other than that, not much else that they showed was new or caught my eye. Sonic Frontiers still looks good, this Harvestella game looks interesting, and Switch is also getting the Persona games that Xbox got. Well, that's all for E3 this year, or I guess the lack thereof. As a whole, I feel like it was alright. There were some great showcases, some not so great ones, and some in between. I especially hope that Nintendo will do a full-blown Nintendo Direct before the summer is over, but we'll just have to see. That's going to be all for today, guys, and I can't wait to see you in my next video when the sun will break. See you then.